Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and we're here today on our fourth day of our Masters Specials, and we're going to talk about really the big thing that's going to give us our Masters Champion. We now know it's Sunday. This video will be going out when the leaders, probably within 2 hours of their time that they're going to go out, who's going to come out on top. And for me, it comes down to really how important the mind is as you get into this situation. We know when we look at these golfers, they're all ability-wise, probably these last 6 groups is who's going to win the tournament. We know they have the ability, they have the game to win, but have they got the mind to stay calm and achieve what they want to achieve? So a big thing for me, when you're in this sort of pressure cauldron situation, is having a consistent routine and believe in what you're doing. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to create different environments that you may come across on the golf course that you think, right, in that situation, it's easy. In other situations, I might get a little bit flustered and it goes a little bit wrong. And we know at the Masters, towards the end of the tournament, there's a lot of holes where they've got to go over water. So we're going to use that example. So we're just going to do a simple pitch here. We've got a 50-yard pitch here, nothing in the way, pretty straightforward shot. In a minute, we're going to show you the same length of shot, but I've got to go over a pond. And it's how you deal with that. And that's why the routine and the belief in your technique is so important. And the player that puts on that green jacket on Sunday evening will be that player. He's got that total belief. He'll stick to his process, he'll stay calm, and he will get the results we want. And this is what you need to do with your game. The more you're doing that, the better you're going to get at this game. So routine. For me, people sort of say to me, yeah, what do you think about when you're playing? When it's going well, very little. I think that's really important to understand. The less you're thinking about, the better. So for me, the starting point with every shot is, yeah, what do I want the ball to do? I want to get this ball as close to the hole as possible. So I'm looking at the options that I've got, and I'm going to play the same club from here as I would in a second playing over the pond on another hole. And the idea is to stick to that process and routine and keep it consistent throughout. That's the most important thing I want to do. So when I'm looking at it, the first thing I'm looking at is what's in front of me, where do I want to land the ball, and that chooses really the club that I'm going to play. So in this situation, I could take an 8-iron if I wanted and land it short and let it run up, but I'm going to take my gap wedge. I'm going to look to land this up near the front of the green and then just let it release up to the hole, which is going to be the same shot going over a pond. And the idea where I've picked these 2 shots is just simply to show you, if you can do it without a pond, you can do it with it. It's just the pressure you're creating inside yourself. So the start of my routine is look at the shot, look at what I've got in front of me, where do I want to land the ball, what's the trajectory I want, and that's the choice of club. So that's my first step, okay? Second step then, because I've created an image of the shot that I want, I then need to have a setup that's going to fit that. And in my practice swing, I will do a slightly narrower stance for the shot. We're only looking at a 50-yard pitch from here and get the feel of what I'm doing. And I think if you're looking at routines, I always remember watching a thing with Nick Faldo, and they showed him at his peak when he played just a pitching wedge shot, full pitching wedge or a full driver. The routine from when the club came out of the bag to the point when he hit the ball were identical. So he took the same time. So his mind's just going through a constant process. It never changed. And that's why he would hit so many consistent shots. That's why he was so good. But he would have that constant process. So I've got the visualization of the shot. I've now done my practice swing. Let's just do one more just to sort of rehearse that. And now it's the belief in all of those things are going to work that I'm then going to commit to it. Commit to the shot. Let's see what we get. Okay, looks pretty good. It's online. And we're ended up probably around about 15 feet from the hole. So from 50, 60 yards, I'm very happy with that. Now the importance is don't change that routine. The plus side is, number one, I don't have to think about the shot and the club, but I'm going to do the same routine on a pitch to feel the idea of the shot. There, keep that consistency. It's worked once, so why can't we do it again? But if you keep the consistent thoughts, the body will respond same way. That felt a slightly better strike. And that one, well, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It's actually gone in the hole, okay? So we've just holed it from here. But again, I didn't change the process, okay? We've just got the result. Realistically, what am I expecting? More the first shot. Get it within 15 feet, that would be great. But I'm not going to be stupid enough now mentally to think, well, I should hole every shot from here. 15 feet was a good result. Because I put it in the right area, On that second one, it's disappeared in the hole. But let's do the same process, routine. It's now just trusting that idea. Do one more. Okay, looks a nice shot again, online. Yeah, very happy with that. Probably within 6-8 feet of the hole. So what you can see, I've played the same shot. I've mentally thought, stick to the same process, because the first shot was good. I believed in it. Got the second one in the hole, third one within about 6-8 feet. 3 good shots, but I didn't change what I was looking to do. And that's important, because in a minute we're going to have the same shot, but I'm going to be going over a pond. Let's see if I can repeat the same thing. Maybe not hole it, but at least get that ball within 15 feet. So here's our second shot. We're going to give ourselves the same distance, that 50-60 yard pitch, but we've now got a pond in our way. Also, if you look at the picture clear, you can see the flag, but you can see that little bush in the way. They're all little things that get in your head, but it's that importance of believing you can play that shot and stick to that routine. So I'm not going to change a thing to what I did on the previous shot. Okay, let's see if we can have the success of what we got from there. So good result would be, play it nicely, anything inside 15 feet. So there's my one practice swing, feeling the shot, seeing the shot clearly, and then commit to the shot. Okay, and that's probably around about that 15-foot mark. Quite happy with that, no problem at all. So same routine. I've chosen the club. There's my practice swing to feel the shot. Keep the mind consistent, stick to the routine, believe, commit. Okay, and that one probably a little bit better, about 10 feet away. See if we can do it a third time. So you can see I'm not changing anything, and that keeps the mind consistent. The more the mind stays consistent, the more the body will respond, and you'll get the results that you want. So with those 2 shots, we had nothing to go over. We played 3 nice shots there. Same process, same routine, same shot. Now I've got to go over a pond. I got the result that I wanted. Let's go and have a look at 2 different tee shots, but again, still stick to that routine, belief in it. Let's see if we can do it on those shots. So here's our second shot of our importance of routine and belief. And if you're enjoying the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press that bell so you get notifications for when my next video comes out, so you can get up to date with all my videos. But let's look at what we've got. And we're going to stick to that same routine. A lot of people pick up on my videos. I don't tend to do a full practice swing. And you saw what I did with the chip shot. The tendency was just a nice little relaxed half swing. And I just want to feel the swing. I don't want to sense the shot that I'm trying to sort of do too much with it. So looked at the shot we've got. We've got a tee shot here. We're going to look at 2 tee shots. Again, one here, very open tee shot. Looks very inviting. I need to hit the ball around about 210 yards. That will take me nicely to the dog leg, give me a good shot into the green. So I've got my hybrid. And again, all I'm doing is going through the process of what we're looking at. But again, nice open fairway. Mentally, a lot of golfers then feel comfortable. Pick a spot and play. And as you said, there's my routine. There's my same thing I did with the pitch. Little half swing there. See the shot, create the setup to fit the shot. Once I'm happy with that, stick to that routine. And we're nicely up the fairway. Okay, let's do it again. Again, that's the whole idea of this video. It's to get you to understand routine. And the more you do it, the more you'll believe it. And in time, you won't really think about it. We talk about this thing called muscle memory. Well, muscle memory is just, you said, your memory just reminds you of what to do, and the muscles now respond. But you've got to think clearly. The muscles aren't just going to do it on their own. You create this pattern of events, and you know it's going to work. That belief, you'll do it every time. That's the great thing about it. If that belief goes, or you change that process, that routine, then the shot may change. So that went really well. So why would I change it? I wouldn't. So let's do the same thing again. There's my little half practice swing, just to feel the shot. Come into the ball. Remind myself of that feeling. Commit to it again. And even though that wasn't as nice a strike, because everything stayed consistent, it's still gone nicely up the fairway. Okay, like we did with the pitch shots, let's do a third. Again, I just tend to come back more on the driving, come back and just check it. Pick my spot. Have my little puff practice swing just to feel what I'm going to do. And now trust it. Set up, believe in the idea, commit. Nice big open fairway, so lovely and relaxed. And we're down the middle of the fairway. So by creating that process, it's kept consistency in what I'm doing. What happens though when that fairway looks a little bit narrower, a little bit tighter trees? Let's go and have a look, because that's the last shot we're going to play. Will the process change just because the environment changes? Now, before we go to that second tighter tee shot, because I've played the 3 shots, we're just going to have a look at the results, because these are way, way better than I thought they would be. And it's back to that routine and consistency. And the 3 balls have ended up. This is the first one, okay, straight down the middle of the fairway. This was actually the 3rd one, and this was the 2nd one. So when we look at it, the 3 balls, because I've stuck to that consistent routine, look at the end result. I got a consistent result. Okay, the goal is to do it every time, whether we're standing on an open tee shot or, as we're going to look at next, a much tighter tee shot, a little bit like the 18th at Augusta. So the last shot we're going to look at, a little bit like the 18th tee at Augusta. We're talking about Masters Week. This is our Masters special. We're talking about routine and belief. And it's trusting what you've worked on. You've gone to that practice ground, you've worked on it, and what you've seen through the first few shots we've played, whether it was just the standard pitch onto the green, a pitch over water, a nice big open fairway, or now we've given ourselves a much tighter fairway. The importance, as we've talked about, when you watch the top players, they stick to their routine, they believe in what they're going to do. The guy that will come out on top, who's in position on the weekend, will stick to that routine. He won't rush it, he'll stick to it. And it's very easy to do that. When you're under pressure, you naturally want to sort of get it over and done with. It's having that consistent routine. As I said, what do? I come back when I'm hitting off the tee, I look at it, I have my half swing, just feeling the club, feeling the shot, and then from there, into the shot, believe in it. Doesn't matter it's tight or open, stick to your process, see what you get. Nicely down the middle of the fairway. It's interesting, probably there mentally, because I stuck to the routine, really felt that was the better one, even better than the previous hole where the 3 were straight down the middle, which we showed you. That felt better. And it's that trust and it's that excitement of doing it. So again, like we've done on all the shots, let's play 3 shots. That one's nicely down the fairway. Routine. Have that little practice swing just to feel the shot. Set up. Believe. Trust it. Through. Again, that's slightly down the left side, but it's on the fairway. It's no problem. Yep, very happy with that result. So again, so far we've played 11 shots, 6 pitch shots, so far 5 tee shots, happy with them all. And I'm putting it down to this process, this routine. We keep saying it, find your routine. This is something that's just developed over time. I've never been shown how to do it. It's just what feels right to me. Last swing. Imagine it's the last tee shot. You've got a 1-shot lead going down the last at Augusta. See if we can make that rhythm. And that was the best of the lot. So by sticking to that routine, believing that I can do it with the work that I've developed in my game, it made such a difference. And that's the person who's going to win at Augusta this weekend. There'll be lots of players in position. You'll see players fall away. That belief will just disappear. But the guy comes out on top will definitely be doing that. You'll see that routine stays the same, and he'll put that green jacket on Sunday evening. I hope you've enjoyed these 4 videos. I've enjoyed doing them for you. Enjoy the Masters, and if you have enjoyed my videos, please subscribe, press that notification button, and I look forward to seeing you soon.